of celebration of Sri Krishna Janmashtami. On the occasion of this auspicious festival, let us contemplate the spiritual significance of Janmashtami. Every festival in India has three dimensions: the physical, the metaphysical, and spiritual. Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika, Adhyatmika. Today, we are celebrating Janmashtami of Sri Krishna, who was born roughly about 5,300 years back. It's a great occasion to celebrate the divine incarnation of Sri Krishna. So, birth of Sri Krishna is a historical event. That's why it's Adi Bhautika. Sri Krishna is not an imaginary figure, imaginary personality. He was born in India. This corresponds to Adi Bhautika. So Janmashtami has three aspects. Devaki Putra Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna was born as son of Devaki about 5,300 back. This is a historical fact. That's why it belongs to Adi Bhautika, or physical dimension. So Devaki, who is Krishna? Krishna is none other than incarnation of Bhagavan Vishnu, avatara of Bhagavan Vishnu. So this is the metaphysical dimension, or Adi Daivika. And the third dimension is Adhyatmika, or spiritual. The birth of Sri Krishna in us, in our heart, in our consciousness. So what are we celebrating today? Are we celebrating the birth of Devaki Krishna, Devaki Putra Sri Krishna? Or we are celebrating incarnation of Bhagavan Vishnu in the form of Sri Krishna? Or we are celebrating birth of Sri Krishna in our heart, Adhyatmika. So for us, the Adhyatmika or spiritual aspect of Sri Krishna's birth is very important. How Sri Krishna can be born in our heart? The physical dimension, Adi Bhautika, Sri Krishna is born, Sri Krishna lived, is very important for historians. They found the places where Sri Krishna lived in Dwaraka, Mathura, and many places. They are historical events. Birth of Sri Krishna as a historical personality is very important from the culture point of view. So the culture of India is influenced by Sri Krishna very deeply. Dance, the music, and art forms, they're all influenced by Sri Krishna, even though he was born about 5,300 years back. Birth of Sri Krishna as an incarnation of Bhagavan Vishnu is also very significant, because he established Dharma. For Dharma Samstapana, he was born. Almost 4,000 to 5,000 years after Krishna's incarnation also, the rule of Dharma was there in India. While the rest of the world was suffering in darkness of ignorance, the country of India, Bharat, prospered because there was a stability and Dharma. Even till as late as 17th century, India was one of the prosperous countries, the art, culture, literature, science flourished in India. So that is the contribution of Sri Krishna as incarnation of Bhagavan Vishnu. Sri Krishna, Bhagavan Vishnu also incarnated as Bhagavan Vedavyasa during the same time. There are two incarnations of Sri Krishna. One is as Sri Krishna, Devaki Putra, and other is Vedavyasa Maharshi for upholding or for protecting the Vedic teaching. So the incarnation of Sri Krishna, incarnation of Bhagavan Vishnu as Sri Krishna is very significant from the point of view of dharma. And from the devotion point of view, for bhaktas, this aspect, Adi Daivika aspect of Sri Krishna is very important. Everywhere the Krishna temples are there, everywhere we worship Krishna, everywhere we respect Krishna as upholder of dharma. This is the Adi Daivika. Then Adhyatmika aspect of Krishna is very important for all of us, because Adhyatmika is the spiritual dimension of Krishna, where Krishna is our consciousness, Krishna consciousness. Krishna is our innermost self, Atma. The Krishna consciousness is the Adhyatmika aspect. This is the dimension which we are focusing today. While Adi Daivika aspect of Krishna is for upholding dharma, Adhyatmic aspect of Krishna is birth of Krishna consciousness in our life, discovery of inner Krishna in our life, discovery of Atma, the self in our life. That is the day Sri Krishna is born in our life. Are you ready for birth of Sri Krishna, the Krishna consciousness in your life? That is Janmashtami. How can Sri Krishna consciousness be born in our life? For that, we have to recollect the message of Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna himself tells about his birth. Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo vetti tattvataha tektva dehan punarjanma naiti mameti so Arjuna. Bhagavad Gita, Shloka 4.9. So Sri Krishna says, very interesting, Janma karma cha me divyam. My birth is divine. Divyam means divine in nature. My karma is divine in nature. Janma karma is both of Sri Krishna is both divine in nature. Yo vetti tattvataha, one who understands this, understands the birth and karma of Sri Krishna, will be free from cycle of rebirth. This Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 4.9. Sri Krishna tells about his own birth, and that's the real message of Janmashtami. Birth of Sri Krishna, in his Krishna's own words, what is the message of Janmashtami? Janma karma cha me divyam. So Sri Krishna says very mystically that my birth and my actions are divine. One who knows essence of my birth and essence of my action, he will now have rebirth. It's very strange. If I know my birth and I know my action, I don't have rebirth is okay. But if I know birth and action of Sri Krishna, then I don't have birth as Jiva. So how is that possible? So there is a difference in the birth of Sri Krishna and birth of me. Sri Krishna's birth is Janma of Sri Krishna is not because of his karma. He is born to uphold dharma. He is a divine incarnation, human being, the God coming in the human form. Bhagavan Vishnu coming in the human form is Krishna's birth. So it is Atma or Paramatma is unborn, ajo api. Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, ajo api sannavyayatma, bhutanam ishwaropi san, prakritim swam adhishtaya sambhavami atma mayaya. Bhagavad Gita 4.6. Ajopi, the Atma or Paramatma, is unborn. He is never born. He appears to be born as Devaki Krishna using Maya. So, for what is the purpose of birth? Upholding of Dharma. So, Sri Krishna's birth is for upholding Dharma. Janma karma cha me divyam. Janma of Sri Krishna is for upholding Dharma. So if I understand Janma of Krishna, what about my birth? My birth, our birth, Jiva, our birth is actually because of force of karma. Whatever past karma we have done, the past life, all these karmas accumulate, and to experience their karma, we take a body, prarabdha karma. Our body is because of prarabdha karma, whereas Sri Krishna's body is because of dharma. There's a difference between my body and Sri Krishna's body. And I am driven by the forces of nature, karmic forces. Whatever experience I have to have in life is because of karma. Whereas Sri Krishna, his life is for dharma, upholding of dharma. All his actions are for loka kalyana, for the service to the world, for upholding value of dharma and service to the world. Whereas a person who is born Jivi like me, our actions are based on karma and for selfish reason. All actions are for survival, are for my own growth and survival. They are called kamya karma. Whereas janma karma cha divyam, karma of Sri Krishna is divya because his actions are for loka kalyana. So, if I understand Sri Krishna's action, I also start doing actions what Sri Krishna has taught in his life. What is that? Loka Kalyana, the service to the world. And Sri Krishna teaches this in Bhagavad Gita. The message of Bhagavad Gita is Yajna and Yoga. Yoga means union with the Paramatma. Yajna means offering service. So once we understand message of Sri Krishna and understand life of Sri Krishna, if we start living our life for yoga and yajna, yoga means union, yajna means service, then our life will be divine. This is what Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Janma karma cha me divyam yo veti tattvataha. We understand the message of life of Sri Krishna, then Sri Krishna is born in our life. Sri Krishna is born in our heart. That is Adhyatmika Krishna or Krishna consciousness. So on the occasion of Sri Krishna Janmashtami, can we have Krishna consciousness in our life? How do we bring Krishna consciousness in life? That also Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. So he says in chapter 18.69, 68 and 69, he says, one who understands my message, he is very dear to me. One who understands the message of Sri Krishna is dear to Sri Krishna. And one who takes this message of Sri Krishna to others in the form of teaching, he is the dearest to me and he will attain me only. This is what Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 18.68 and 18.69. How we can be closer to Krishna? By receiving the message of Bhagavad Gita. What is Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavad Gita is nothing but all summary of all Upanishads. Various Upanishads, Sri Krishna has summarized for our purpose in the form of Bhagavad Gita. So message of Sri Krishna is nothing but message of Upanishads. And that message we take in our life and we offer that message to others. That makes us closer to Krishna. Krishna says, he will attain me only. Me means Sri Krishna. Me is not Devaki Krishna, who is born as a child of Devaki. Me means Sri Krishna Paramatma, our innermost self, Atma. So we have to bring Krishna consciousness in our life. How do we bring Krishna consciousness? In terms of listening to teaching of Upanishad, in terms of listening to teaching of Bhagavad Gita, Brahma Sutra, And incorporating that in our life, we bring Krishna consciousness in our life. Janma karma cha me divyam. My life and birth is divyam. This is the message of Sri Krishna on Janmashtami. Okay. If I understand this message, I will be free from my karma. What will happen if I live for my life for yoga and yajna? Yoga means union. Jivatma and Paramatma union is called yoga. Yajna is service. So this means, yoga means Atmano Mokshartam, for self-realization. And yajna means Jagadhitaya cha. If I live my life as Atmano Mokshartam Jagadhitaya, we have brought the message of Krishna in our life. Message of Krishna is Krishna consciousness. And we start living Krishna consciousness. Sri Krishna Janmashtami we have celebrated. That is the birth of Sri Krishna, Adhyatmika Krishna, our innermost Krishna. So on the occasion of Janmashtami, let us decide to celebrate birth of Sri Krishna in our life in the form of Krishna consciousness. So 3 dimensions of Janmashtami we have discussed. Birth of Sri Krishna as a historical person 5,300 years back as Deva. Birth of Sri Krishna as incarnation or Vasudeva, incarnation of Bhagavan Vishnu. And birth of Sri Krishna in our life. So those 2 births have happened. Adi Bhautika, Devaki Krishna was born 5,300 years back. Bhagavan Vishnu took avatar as 5,300 years back. The question is Krishna going to be born in our heart? Is Krishna consciousness going to be born in us? That depends on you and me. So are you going to allow Sri Krishna to take birth in your consciousness? So that is Janmashtami. So let us chant this sloka. I'll chant first and then we'll close. Janmashtami sloka. Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti tattvataha tektva deham punarjanma naiti mameti. So Arjuna, Bhagavad Gita 4.9. Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, it's a message of Sri Krishna about birth of Sri Krishna by Sri Krishna. He says, my birth and my actions are divine. One who understands my birth and my action, he will be free from cycle of birth and death. He will become free from the karmic cycle. So I try to communicate the message of Sri Krishna. And message of Sri Krishna is nothing but Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita has 18 chapters. The first 6 chapters speaks of Tvam, means Jiva, which is me. Next 6 chapters speak of Tat, means Paramatma. And next 6 chapters speak of Asi, means oneness of Jivatma and Paramatma. Tattvam Asi, that the word. If you realize that the word in our life, that's called Atma Sakshatkara, self-realization. And if we do service, that's called Yajna. So let us dedicate our life for Atmano Mokshartam Jagaditaya, self-realization and service, yoga and Yajna. Then Sri Krishna is born in our life, in our heart as Sri Krishna consciousness. Let us have a grand celebration of Sri Krishna Janmashtami in our heart. With that, I conclude today's session on Janmashtami, message of Janmashtami. May Bhagavan Sri Krishna, incarnation of Bhagavan Vishnu, bless us all. May all of us receive the message of Sri Krishna, message of Bhagavad Gita, message of Upanishads, message of Brahma Sutra in our life. May all of us be the recipient of the message. May all of us understand the message and pass on the message, pass on the light to the world. So with that, let us conclude the session on Janmashtami talk.